looking in the shape of his life. And it's probably so important that he is in that shape, because everything is on the line for Chris tonight. Not just a championship, but his career, his livelihood.
I'm not sure what would be more ironic. It was this very building that Chris Andrews faked a retirement. In a moment. It's hard to believe these guys were ever tag team partners at this point. These guys have been wanting to get their hands on each other for quite some time. They may tear each other apart, and the Westlands here in Yeovil along with it.
Referee going through his checks. I think he's going to need some eyes from the back of his head. He's going to have to be a little bit lenient in this one with the emotion that's going to be involved.
With the stakes involved as well. Maxted, Andrews, one-on-one.
Got to stare down.
This crowd here familiar with the actions in recent memory of Chris Andrews. Both been locked up.
Strong lockup.
Two powerhouses in there. Andrews. I wasn't expecting a clean break here, but Max is standing his ground.
Don't let someone get in your face like that.
Both men again locking up. And a waist lock. The veteran Andrews getting the better of Adam Maxted.
Purely getting inside the head of Adam Maxted right now. I'm going to be honest with you, Josh, I'm surprised that we saw some lockups from this pair.
I agree with you. I thought these guys were going to punch each other in the mouth.
Straight to fisticuffs.
Frustration already building here. And a third lockup. Andrews with an arm wringer.
Andrews is going to like his pace.
Maxted rolls out. Now he's got the left arm. Notice, heavily padded. It was the left arm that was grossly injured a year ago at Grand Slam. Maxted back up. Here's a waist lock now on Andrews. And look at Maxted. Turnabout is fair play.
Well, you get what you give in life. Chris Andrews not too happy with the actions of Adam Maxted.
And now this is what I was expecting.
There we go.
Slapping. And Maxted again, returning the favor. Shoves off the headlock. There's a shoulder block. The Devon powerhouse on full display here. Maxted, leapfrog. And there's a drop kick. Takes Andrews down and out.
Heavy experience on the side of Chris Andrews for this one. Adam Maxted raw, lots of potential, enthusiasm, athleticism. But is he smart enough? Oh, and look at the power.
Adam Maxted, another individual here tonight on the incline of his career. Shoves Andrews hard on the outside into the turnbuckle post.
You hear the cliche, the hardest part of the ring.
But what is Maxted doing now?
Every part of the ring hurts, but especially that ring post. There's a huge tackle.
Flying shoulder block. Maxton taking down Andrews on the outside. And I find it so ironic, this crowd that once loved Chris Andrews so much, now solidly behind Adam Maxted.
Well, Chris Andrews let them down, plain and simple.
He let us all down. He's going into business for no one but himself. There's a hard right hand to Maxted. He's got him up. Wait, going for it. He got him a fireman's carry now. And dropping Maxted, throat first. Sternum and collarbone.
I think the referee should be checking on Maxted right now. He might be able to continue after that.
I'm actually surprised that Callum Miller was even able to get Andrews back in the ring.
Administering the count.
He's not even checking on it. He's starting a count.
Andrews Wants this victory any way possible.
Absolutely, and we can't put it past Chris Andrews to win a title shot here via count out.
No extra money in his pay packet for pinning the guy.
You can have 0 pounds, still not cheap enough for Chris Andrews. Max up there, and now the drop kick from Andrews.
Yeah, he's paid back the drop kick from earlier. Anything you can do, Chris can do better, apparently, Maxted.
You know, we mentioned them being former tag team partners. Both men very evenly matched competitors. Cut from the same cloth, even. Here's an Irish whip.
Damage being done now to the back of Adam Maxted.
Andrews wasn't looking for a rebound on that whip. Nothing but full force into the turnbuckle.
They're dropping his throat across that guardrail. Big turnbuckle to the back. Andrews just wants to take him apart.
Maxted with the elbows, creating some distance. There's a big backbreaker. Hook of the leg. Not all of the weight. Not the greatest lateral press, if you will. And Max is able to kick out. It appears that Chris Andrews has targeted the core, the sternum, the back area of Adam Maxton.
A story not too similar to Big Grizzly and myself, former tag team partners. A huge disagreement.
Another whip. Maxton crumbling down into the center of the ring.
This time, though, the veteran Andrews is the one who's bitter, the one who's twisted up.
And we talk about the wear and tear that Chris Andrews has faced in the ring versus the youth and ability of Maxton. It certainly behooves Andrews to slow this match down.
That cover wasn't enough again.
We've seen a whole new side of Chris Andrews. This is certainly surreal to see him dissecting Maxton. Maxton, though, gets the boot up. Charges in, but again, tilt-a-whirl, backbreaker. And look, not even going for a cover here.
That respite from the buckle.
There's a lateral press.
Needs to hook that leg, though.
Maxton using his legs to kick out that time. Still lots of life left in Adam Maxton. Look at this right here, choking right in front of the official. Hey, you know, you gotta point out, Andrews can't afford a disqualification.
Taking the cheap route, though. That's measured, that's calculated. He knows he's got to count before he gets disqualified.
Chris Andrews choking Maxton up at 4.9 there. Here's a cover.
Still no hook of the leg. With the experience Chris Andrews has, he should know better than that.
Chris Andrews staying on top of Maxton. Separation at this point is his enemy. And look at this.
Maxted fighting back.
Maxton fighting back. But there's a clothesline. Takes Maxton right back down where Andrews wants him.
Andrews firmly in control. Right now he's got Maxted exactly where he wants him. Prone on his back. Ready for the takings.
It still blows my mind, a man who at one time was able to channel the energy off this crowd, getting nothing from this crowd but jeers tonight. The power of Andrews on full display. And look at this!
Showing you over what he thinks of them.
The gall of this man. Rubbing it in not just to his opponent, but to this crowd here tonight.
No urgency to cover him. He thinks he's got Maxted beat. And Chris Andrews.
There's a cover again.
Adam Maxted. That's being in the middle of that square circle is a lot tougher than on some beach somewhere on some reality TV show.
Andrews again. A little frustrated with the referee that time. Double axe handle.
I think every time Maxted gets out there, he has to prove to people that he's not a joke. He's more than a reality TV star.
I think Adam Maxton this year has done a tremendous job of breaking that mold. But you are right. Maxton with everything to prove here.
He's got something extra to prove against Chris Andrews tonight.
But Chris Andrews with everything to fight for.
Whose hands do you think this plays into right now, Josh? The longer this match goes, is he going to favour Chris Andrews with his experience? Or, whoa!
I think that it depends on the pacing. The slow, methodical pace benefits Andrews, but Maxton can hustle like nobody else.
Exchanging forearms in the corners.
The pace quickens. See, the pace quickens, and Maxton with a sling blade. Maxton might be regaining control.
Shaking off the beating he's taken so far.
Adam Maxton, he's got him hooked. Wait, Andrews lands on his feet. Maxton.
Up and over.
The vertical leap of Adam Maxton. Here he goes. Power slam. He's got the leg hooked. And this time it's Andrews who has to get the shoulder up.
Chris Andrews might need the realization that it just takes the blink of an eye and everything he's worked for over the past 10 years plus is over.
But I think Maxton might have gotten out of his comfort zone there.
That was a rookie mistake showing his inexperience.
And Chris Andrews back up. This is still anybody's match.
Andrews really just in that elbow pad. Maybe with a bit more of a cutthroat attitude. Maybe Maxted would have targeted that elbow of Chris Andrews. High risk now.
Andrews targeting the entire body of Adam Maxted. If these men, he's gonna send him crashing down. Avalanche belly to back. And if Chris Andrews can crawl over.
We really don't know who that took most out of, if I'm honest.
Chris Andrews, if he can roll over Adam Maxton, is 3 seconds away from a title opportunity. And somehow,
Maxted saying no.
the fight of Adam Maxton continues.
Andrews must be wondering what he's got to do. Well, he's calling for his TKO. He must think this is going to get the job done now.
He calls it the TKO. It was called the Devon Drop. I think he's denounced his hometown now. But TK, no! Maxton on his feet. Maxton again, speeding things up. Andrews caught him. Got him up in the fire escape. Here's the Devon Drop!
That's it, title shot.
He's hooked the leg! A title opportunity! No!
I was going to say no shame in losing to Chris Andrews, especially with the experience golf that there is. But Maxted showing heart, showing fire, showing fight.
Dave, Chris Andrews hits that TKO better than anyone in wrestling. I don't think I've ever seen someone kick out of Andrews' patented maneuver.
Adam Maxted's got something else. Maybe he's got that little it factor that nobody else has got. And that's what's spurring him on right now.
But Maxton's not 100%. Where is he? He lands on his feet. Cat-like agility. And there's a blockbuster.
Went for that moonsault earlier.
There's the moonsault.
This time, career's
He's
gone.
got Andrews hooked.
Oh.
And two.
Chris Andrews hanging on.
Maxton looking around at this crowd asking, what do I have to do? Who will dig deeper to win this thing?
Well, Chris Andrews has got to dig deeper. There's more at stake here for Chris Andrews than there is Adam Maxted. When you're a professional athlete, you always want to go out on your own terms.
Adam Maxton. Here's the springboard. No! He was going for the spring blade! But he caught him in the sharp cutter! I cannot believe it! Maxton kicking out at the midnight hour!
Maxted taking a lot of punishment now. You've got to wonder sometimes whether it's smart to keep taking this punishment or whether to just live and fight another day.
That's very true.
Who's he got to prove something to?
We talk about the hustle of Maxton. At what point do you call it a night?
Where's Andrews going?
It's ironic that Andrews' career is on the line, but you talk about Adam Maxton continuing on, he might be jeopardizing his own career.
Well, right now his career might just be in jeopardy because Chris Andrews looks like by any means necessary He wants to keep his own career alive with that steel chair.
But a disqualification could spell the end. I don't think that chair is legal.
He thought better of it. Discarded the chair.
Andrews cannot afford a loss in any way. Maxton catches him.
Big swing in Uranagi.
He's got him up again.
Second.
Another Uranagi.
Maxted to the outside.
He's back out on the apron. He knows what's coming. This crowd knows what's coming. Another blind buster. Or was it a spring blade that time? He's got him. He's got him.
Andrews is done.
He's finished.
That one moment cost him. He had the chair. He could have taken advantage of that. He thought they would have been dead. Set into his mind. That's cost Chris Andrews his career. And then Maxton once again proving to the world that he's the real deal in professional wrestling. Ending the career of one of the Southwest's finest professional wrestlers in Chris Andrews.
Dave, I'm sorry to leave you hanging with a dead end. I talk for a living, but I'm speechless.
We spoke about the pain that the competitors of the TLK match will be experiencing tomorrow morning. But is that pain anything compared with the pain that Chris Andrews is going to be feeling tomorrow morning when he wakes up and he realises that everything he's sweat, everything that he's bled for the past 10 plus years has gone in the blink of an eye.
You know, Jesus, I knew his career was on the line, but I for some reason, a part of me thought it was never going to happen.
You know, there's hundreds of people in this building, but right now Chris Andrews looks desolate in that ring.
These guys, what the hell is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, as the stipulation of the match, this now means Chris Andrews must retire.
And yet what?
Your winner, Maxted!
I still am barely comprehending what's going on. As it was being announced that Andrews' career is over, look, he's raising the arm, applauding the man who just ended it.
I'm sure the emotions Chris Andrews is feeling right now are a cocktail. He doesn't know whether he's angry, sad, maybe he's relieved a little bit. Maybe the burden of professional wrestling on his life.
I thought it was that he couldn't afford a disqualification. Is it possible Chris Andrews' own conscience got the better of him at the end of this match?
Let's hear what he's got to say.
First off, there's no one in British wrestling I would have rather had my last match with than Adam Maxted. There's no one I've met with a better attitude to the business. I've been here for such a short time, and I hope you go all the way to the top, honestly. And just quickly, before we get to the main event, just want to take this chance to thank each and every one of you for the past 13 years. It's been a massive part of my life, and I'll remember you forever.
Darkest of times, some classy words from Chris Andrews.
Give it up for Chris Andrews!
I'm still processing that his career is over, but Dave, Chris Andrews didn't make sure of one thing. He might be finished, but he is going to leave with his dignity.
He's got his dignity, and he's had a hell of a career. He's a hell of an athlete. He's a hell of a guy.